What if I told you that a single oil decision made in under 5 minutes at the parts store can be the difference between an engine that barely reaches 120,000 miles and one that quietly runs past 400,000? Same car, same engine, same driver. Nothing exotic. The only variable is the oil inside the crankcase. Now here's the 2026 update most drivers still haven't heard. Manufacturers are leaning even harder into ultra-thin oils to meet tightening efficiency standards. And that means the difference between good enough for warranty and built for 300,000 miles is becoming more noticeable over time. If you plan to keep your car longer than the payments, or you want to avoid becoming best friends with your mechanic, this conversation matters. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll clearly see which oil quietly builds long-term protection and which one slowly trades durability for tiny efficiency gains most drivers never even feel. The 2026 oil reality no one mentions. Most drivers believe oil choice is settled. Open the manual, buy what it says, and move on. I used to do exactly that. But over the last few years, engines have become smaller, hotter, and more tightly engineered, while oil intervals have stretched longer than ever. At the same time, regulatory pressure continues pushing automakers toward thinner oils for marginal fuel economy improvements. That doesn't mean the manual is wrong. It means it balances efficiency targets, emissions compliance, and warranty expectations, not maximum lifespan. A neighbor of mine leased his sedan and followed the manual perfectly. At 90,000 miles, it ran fine. The second owner bought it, planned to keep it forever, and by 170,000 miles, it showed noticeable wear. Same engine, different ownership goals. The difference wasn't abuse, it was long-term compounding. When you plan to keep a vehicle for a decade or more, small differences in film strength and thermal stability begin stacking up. Think of it like sunscreen. Skipping once doesn't matter. Skipping for years does. And to understand why, you need to understand what those oil numbers truly represent. But none of that matters unless you understand what those numbers on the bottle really mean. Let's understand. Decoding 0W-20, 5W-30, and 5W-40 in plain English. Oil labels can look technical, but they tell a simple story. The first number with the W indicates how the oil flows when cold. The second number reflects viscosity at operating temperature. As that second number increases, the oil forms a thicker protective film when hot. Picture pouring water compared to pouring maple syrup. Water flows instantly but offers minimal cushioning. Syrup moves slower yet creates a stronger barrier. 0W-20 flows quickly at startup, which helps reduce cold start friction. 5W-30 still flows well, but maintains stronger protection once the engine is fully warmed. 5W-40 builds an even thicker film under sustained load and high heat. Each step upward increases thermal stability, but slightly increases resistance. It's always a trade-off. Imagine wearing lightweight sneakers versus heavy-duty boots. Sneakers are efficient for daily errands. Boots excel on rocky trails. Neither is universally better, it depends on your terrain. And once you understand that trade-off, the next logical question becomes how 0W-20 actually behaves in real life. So with that foundation in place, let's see how the most common oil actually behaves on the road. 0W-20, smooth, efficient, and popular. There's a reason 0W-20 is everywhere. It improves fuel economy slightly and circulates extremely quickly during cold starts, which is especially helpful in winter climates where thicker oils take longer to reach critical engine components. That fast flow reduces startup friction, and since most engine wear happens during startup, that advantage is real. I once watched a coworker track every tank of fuel after switching to 0W-20, and he gained just enough efficiency to feel validated in his choice. For drivers making short, gentle commutes in moderate conditions, that benefit makes practical sense. But here's where the nuance begins. Because 0W-20 is thinner at full operating temperature, it carries less reserve protection when engines run hotter than ideal. Long highway drives in heavy summer traffic, extended idling with the air conditioning blasting, towing light loads, or repeated hard acceleration can stress the oil more quickly. Over extended oil change intervals, thinner oils can shear down faster, reducing viscosity even further. That doesn't mean engines suddenly fail. It means wear can accumulate gradually if maintenance isn't consistent. One friend who drove calmly in mild weather reached 150,000 miles without concern. Another who lived in desert heat and drove aggressively noticed increased oil consumption earlier. Same oil, same engine design, completely different environment and driving style. And this is where things start getting interesting. The thin oil margin most drivers ignore. The real issue with thinner oil isn't that it fails, it's that it leaves less room for neglect. If you change it early, use quality filters, and monitor levels, 0W-20 can perform reliably. But life happens. People get busy. Oil changes stretch. Fuel dilution from repeated short trips can thin the oil further. In hotter climates, thermal stress accelerates breakdown. Because 0W-20 starts thinner, any reduction affects it proportionally more. It's like driving on tires that are already halfway worn. They're safe, but there's less cushion when rain hits. I remember a neighbor who always waited for the maintenance light. His engine didn't explode, it simply aged faster. By 180,000 miles, it sounded noticeably rougher than similar engines maintained more conservatively. Nothing dramatic, just cumulative wear. Thin oil works within its design window. Step outside that window repeatedly, and forgiveness shrinks. And once you realize forgiveness matters, the conversation naturally shifts toward the middle ground option many mechanics quietly favor.
5W-30, the quiet, long-term winner. Moving to 5W-30 often feels like adding subtle insurance without dramatically changing how your engine behaves day to day. Cold starts remain strong in most climates, so you're not sacrificing startup protection, but once the engine reaches operating temperature, high-temperature film strength improves noticeably. Many experienced technicians I've spoken with quietly prefer 5W-30 for daily drivers they personally plan to keep for 200,000 miles and more. One independent shop owner told me he rarely sees excessive internal wear in engines that consistently run balanced viscosities with sensible oil change intervals. Fuel economy differences compared to 0W-20 are usually minor, often too small to feel from one tank to the next unless you're tracking numbers obsessively. What you gain instead is stability under heat and sustained load. During long summer highway drives, extended commutes, or steady cruising with passengers and cargo, 5W-30 tends to hold its viscosity more consistently. Think of it like upgrading from a basic umbrella to a sturdier one. It doesn't change your routine on clear days, but when heavy rain shows up, you're better protected. That's the personality of 5W-30. Balanced, adaptable, steady. It avoids extremes and quietly supports long-term durability without unnecessary compromise. But balance isn't everything. Sometimes engines face much tougher conditions. If you're finding value in this breakdown and you care about keeping your vehicle running strong for years, take a moment to subscribe. I focus on practical decisions that protect your engine and your wallet long-term. 5W-40, strength under pressure. 5W-40 is built for stress, plain and simple. High ambient heat, regular towing, turbocharged engines, long mountain climbs, sustained highway speeds, and scorching weather. This is the environment where it truly excels. Its thicker, high-temperature viscosity creates a stronger oil film and delivers impressive resistance to shear breakdown under heavy load. I once spoke with a driver who regularly towed a small camper through steep mountain passes every summer. Before switching oils, he noticed oil temperatures creeping up and pressure fluctuating during long uphill pulls. After moving to 5W-40, he described the gauge readings as steadier and more predictable during those same climbs. In demanding conditions like that, the extra cushion absolutely matters. But here's the nuance most people overlook. In light-duty daily driving, short trips in cold weather, commutes long distances in summer heat, tow occasionally, or drive a turbocharged engine aggressively, 0W-20 fits efficiency-focused short trips with disciplined maintenance. 5W-30 suits mixed driving and long-term ownership goals. 5W-40 supports consistent high-load operation. None are villains, none are magic. They're tools designed for trade-offs. Your engine responds to heat, load, and lubrication stability, not internet debates. Longevity is built through small, consistent decisions repeated over time. Oil viscosity is one of those quiet decisions. Choose based on your real life, not habit. Your engine doesn't care about trends, it cares about protection. Click any of these videos on your screen, and I'll see you in a moment.